live. Sweet people to come on. Hi, Shannon. How are you? Hi, Facebook user. Good afternoon. How are we all? Or good evening, good morning, whatever your time zone is. Hope everyone is well. Hi, Haley. Right, just seeing who I'm drawn to. Hi, Michelle. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well. Hi, Yvonne. Hope you're well. Right, Shannon, I think I'll start with you. So if you can just give me a hello in the comments, that would be brilliant, just so I know you're there. No, I don't know who you are, Facebook user. You need to... Right. This one dropped. Hi, Facebook user again. Right, Shannon. What do I need to say to Shannon? Is there a birthday this month, Shannon? Between the 20th or 21st? Between the 20th and 23rd. If it's not this month, then it'll definitely another month. But I keep being drawn to around this time. Shannon, does that make sense? Oh, need to scroll. So you can't understand the 20th, 21st or 23rd of another month, Shannon. Because that's what's coming quite significant. Anyway, so for your card, 23rd, you can take the 23rd. Okay, that's fine. So for you, Shannon, I feel you connect with spirit. I certainly feel that you would have a motherly energy in spirit that would have been very spiritual, because this card would tell me being connected and having a channel with spirit. I also feel like as well tea leaves. So I do feel like Nan or Mum or yourself, or you would know someone that would have done tea leaf reading, because they're making me aware of that as well. They're also drawing me to the initial S again, being significant. So a Scott or a Stephen or something else was the S. So I have to give you that. That's fine, as long as you can understand where the 20, either 20th, 21st or 23rd came in, because that was really significant, one of those dates. So as long as you can understand that, that's fine. So I do want to acknowledge that, Shannon, around yourself. They are also wanting to give me sort of a memory of hot chocolates around yourself at this time. And I also want to acknowledge as well that someone around has been suffering bad with headaches. So I have to give you that as well. I can't see who you are, Facebook user, so you need to click the link that Stacey's put up for me to be able to see who you are. Let me try and refresh my comments to see if they come up. I think mine are a bit delayed today, so yeah, that's kind of what's coming in for you, Shannon. I just kind of feel also Ellie or Elise, something with the E as well, I have to give you. And I just kind of feel like the message sort of is really to sort of do with work, that you would know somebody that either works for the NHS or something to do with a uniform, because they are mentioning beauty, beautician links around yourself. So I have to acknowledge that. I just kind of feel the messages keep going forward. I have to acknowledge, I just feel you're a bit stuck just now, Shannon, and they're making me aware of some mental health issues, and they're showing me some banana medicine, which is something that we would have all had a long time ago, which was discontinued, so that would be a memory link somewhere. I'm just going to ask now for a gift from Spirit for yourself. Now they are showing me a blue sort of stone around yourself, so a bluey green type crystal, so that for me would tell me luck for yourself within the new year. And I'll leave their love with you, Shannon, if that's okay. Right, let's see now where I go. Let's see who I'm drawn to now. You're welcome, Shannon. Scroll down. Right, Yvonne Jackson. I've only just came on, Shannon, so I have actually just came on the live, and I can only go to who I'm guided to by Spirit. Yvonne Jackson, are you here? Yvonne Jackson. Yvonne Jackson. Yvonne Jackson, are you here? Right, Yvonne. You've got quite a few, I feel, in the spirit world. Would you understand having two sisters? Yes, I can see your name, Christine, but I'm reading for Yvonne. Just go to who I'm drawn to. Can you understand having two sisters, Yvonne? And can you also understand the name Dave or David in spirit as well? Your husband, right, okay. I just feel your husband really that kind of wants to communicate, but I also would have to acknowledge Mum up there as well. And he does also, have you also got two sons as well? Because I do have to acknowledge two being significant in another way, if not just hold it. And they do also talk about the 30th of November, so would this make sense? Hi, Facebook user. Yes, 2 sons, okay. Now, do you, your mum's anniversary, right, okay. Do you suffer with breathing, or is this the past? Because they are making me aware of COPD and I just feel a bit breathless around yourself. And they're more so on the left side, so are you having to get an operation? Or is this to do with somebody past in the spirit world? Because they're talking about some tests and things going on. So I'm reading for Yvonne just now. Okay, that's fine. Do you also understand vapor rub, is it? Why I'd be having to mention that? Right. Dropped one. Right, you've got it, that's fine. For you, Yvonne, I feel that you're having to go back and forth a lot just now, because I kind of feel that's kind of the message that's sort of coming in today for yourself, Yvonne, is that you're having to keep going back and forth to appointments, I feel. And I also feel as if some of them you're not really getting anywhere, because they're making me aware of that around yourself, Yvonne. And I feel you're quite empathic as well. I feel around this fairy and this sort of colour around. So that would tell me that you feel quite spiritual, that your mum or your nan in the spirit world would have been quite spiritual, because I feel like that around yourself. I just feel like you're quite stuck just now is what I keep hearing. And they're showing me one of those sort of like ball type things, so you would have a ball with somebody's name on it, because they're making me aware of that would be around in somebody's property. So I have to acknowledge that around yourself. And I feel there's a memorable link. What they're making me aware of as a holiday together that you would have had, but I keep hearing Cyprus or Egypt, that you would have known that someone would have visited at some point in their life. Now, I also have to give you the name Jack as well, or Jason, something else to do with the J being significant. Yeah, you have your husband's name on the ball, that's fine. He just kind of wants to send quite a lot of love to you tonight, Yvonne. I just kind of feel like that's the love that's just coming in for you. And I've just asked him for a gift for yourself. Now, he mentions somebody being diabetes or somebody diabetic, because he's showing me chocolate. So you would understand somebody that would have been diabetic. And he just hands me a box of like the Gillians or the Quality Streets to give you, and just a nice bunch of roses. And that's really what the message is, just a lot of love, and that he's always going to be with you. Kevin, one of your sons not doing great just now. Just feel the sense of that they're could be you actually that's not eating properly. I'll leave their love with you, Yvonne. His love with you, sorry, Yvonne. Right, I'm just trying to scroll the comments back to see where I was gonna go. Right, Natalie Rogers. Natalie Rogers, can you understand somebody on the earth plane just now that's pregnant? If not, then it won't have happened yet, but that's just the first thing that's coming through. Does that mean a grandchild or granddaughter? Your granddaughter's pregnant. Okay, so just feel like that's the first thing that's came through. I just feel for you, Natalie, what's coming forward is I just very much feel a male around you in the spirit world, and they are acknowledging a brother. So whether this was dad's brother, so that would have made it your uncle, or you have a brother, but take it whatever way that fits. But I just kind of feel it's a male I have with me that wishes to communicate. And what he's making me aware of, that I just feel within the last 4-ish sort of months, he's talking about that you just have been a bit not feeling great, because I just feel a lot of tiredness around you, Natalie, when I looked at your name. Yes, uncle, okay. You can understand, uncle. Can't see you, Facebook user, so if you don't go through the link, then we can't connect, I'm afraid. So your card is all about not being true to yourself with a certain female, I feel, Natalie. But you understand there's conflict going on with a friend or a neighbour just now, because that's just what they're making me feel very much about around yourself. Would you also understand the name Brenda or Brian being significant, that you would understand it? Because I have to acknowledge the B being connected somewhere, Natalie. So you're not getting on with your granddaughter, right? Okay. I can't see your name, but I'm reading for Natalie. Brian, uncle. Okay, that's fine. I just feel like, is it to do, they're making me aware of, it's like Piggy in the middle between you and your granddaughter. So is it to do with the partner? I'm not going to outright ask, but they're making me aware of a partner around your granddaughter. So there'd be a partner around her, and I just feel you just don't see eye to eye, because it's not for her best interest, is what they're making me aware of, Natalie. And I just feel like you've been trying your best to try and sort things with your granddaughter, Natalie, because that's just how I sort of feel around this as well, that you've been trying your best. And also the name Gemma, I feel, would be significant in a way to do with the G, so I have to acknowledge that as well. Now I'll just see if they'll give me any other names. It's a partner that's no good, right? Okay, that's just how I felt. That's just how I felt. And would you understand addictions around her partner? Because that's just what they're making me feel like. So would this make sense to you, Natalie? And you, Alison. Just try and scroll. Oh God. Well, I just feel what the message is for you, Natalie, is things I feel will come to light for you, between you and your granddaughter. So there could be that he could be sweet talking her and promising her things, but what spirit are making me aware of that things will come to light within the next between 3 and 6 weeks. I feel there'll be a conversation that will come about, Natalie. So they're just wanting to really say, hang in there, persevere, because she is going to need you, is what I have to acknowledge. And I'll just sort of ask really around uncle. Now, uncle is making me aware of that you would understand somebody with the leg issue. So you'd understand diabetes somewhere, and you'd understand that somebody lost part of their leg, because they make me feel like that as well around you, Natalie. So would this make sense? And I also keep hearing heart attack somewhere as well, Natalie. I just feel a lot of anxiousness around you because they're just putting that on me right now. So just feel like that. And do they also not live too far from you, your granddaughter? Because they make me feel like that as well. You understand diabetes, okay, that's fine. But I just feel like that you're not too far away from where you both sort of live. Now I have to give you lilies, so whether that's lilies is the name or the flowers, that's just what he's giving me as well. Now he's also giving me a magazine, so magazines would have been very significant around this male, and I feel he would have liked puzzles at some point. And I just feel he was very fatherly to you, this uncle. That's just what I feel like with him, because he just makes me feel like he did quite a lot for you when you were younger. He makes me feel like that he would have helped in any way he could, whether it was his last pound he had. But that's just how I sort of feel with all this. And he's giving me a scratch card to give you as a gift. So he's giving me a wee scratch card that I feel like he would have always gave you at Christmas time or birthdays. So I'll leave all his love with you, Natalie. And I'll see now where I'm going to go. I'll just refresh my comments. Right, Lisa Gilmore, I'm coming to you next. You're welcome, Natalie. I hope that helped. Right, Lisa. Do I need to say to Lisa? Do you understand a child in spirit, Lisa? It doesn't necessarily have to be yours, but it could be someone else's. I just feel like there's a child in spirit, and I also feel like there would be a nephew in the spirit world, because I just feel like that there's somebody younger about. Doesn't necessarily mean immediate family, but that's just what I feel like. So let me know if that makes sense. You can't take that, Lisa, right? So can you understand a young male at all in spirit, Lisa? When I say young, could be 20s, 30s. Because if not, I might not be with yourself, because this is quite significant what's coming through. Oh. Right, you can. So is that yes, you can understand a younger male, 20s, 30s, that roughly that sort of age? And I do have to give it as well that there is an angel baby up there, Lisa. You understand, right? Would you understand a friend as well that would have a child in spirit? Because I still have to acknowledge this. Would you understand a friend? Right, Lisa. For you, I feel what who do I have with me for you? Do I have around? Do you have a sibling, Lisa? Do you understand having a sister, Lisa? Because that's what's coming through as well. No, you do have siblings, right? Just refresh my comments. For you, Lisa, they're talking about you not really getting out enough. I just feel like everything's a bit stressed around you just now. Would you also understand somebody's partner up in the spirit world as well? Because they're mentioning that as well. And I also have to talk about I feel it's a motorbike accident, but I could be shooting this wrong to a car accident, but I feel it's more of a motorbike accident. Would you understand this as well, Lisa? And I also keep hearing the name Martin being connected around. Martin, Margaret. Have to acknowledge the M being significant, the initial M. So let me know if you can take that, Lisa. And would you also understand them fibromyalgia, because they keep making me feel quite forgetful around yourself, but it doesn't necessarily be you, but could be someone around. You can't connect with motorbikes. So do you understand a car accident then? Because they are mentioning that. I thought it was motorbike, but they are mentioning that. So if it's not motorbike, then it would be car that you would know of somebody. We can try and write back, Lisa, because otherwise it kind of just closes the connection, just so I can understand what's coming through. That's fine, Lisa. Things can come forward from spirit from 20 years ago. You know, things can come through from a very long time ago, but they're just obviously giving that to me as evidence to you. I'll just see what else is coming forward. Is your mum quite spiritual, Lisa? Just because I'm seeing cards around yourself. Right. You don't think you are? Well, they're making me feel like you are, because you can sense things on people. If not, then it's definitely someone close to you, friend or whoever. Doesn't necessarily mean family. I just feel what they're trying to get in to the point as the message is that you're not getting out as much. And they are talking about the shoulder being injured somewhere in the past or the present, that someone would suffer with the shoulder pain. And they're talking about fibromyalgia or MS condition. And they're talking about a holiday as well coming up for next year. There's going to be talks about that coming up. And I am seeing cards, so I am going to have to acknowledge that you would know of someone that does that. So it could even be the past, or it could be something that's going to come in the future. Now, I have just asked them for a gift. They gave me number 15 and 16 of a month to give you, but I do feel that's around March, sort of May time. And I just feel that there's, I don't know if you're on medication just now, or if that's something else that's going to be coming in, but I just feel a lot of pain around you just now, and they're making me feel like tears around yourself as well, Lisa. And I'm going to leave their love with you, because I haven't really been able to see many of your comments, but it could be my connection as well. So let's see now where I go. Right, let's see now where I go. I can't see who you are, Facebook users, because you're not going through the link. So if you can't go through the link, then I'm afraid we can't connect. I'm just going to put this message kind of out here, because I didn't know if the other person could take it, because they didn't really sort of answer me yes or no. They're talking about the name Martin being very significant. And I feel like somebody's partner would be in the spirit world. And there'd be a connection to do with a motorbike accident. Can anyone understand this? Can anyone understand this, that what's coming through? So Leanne, can you also understand the partner side as well? Or you would understand somebody that lost their partner? That would be up there, doesn't necessarily mean yourself. Yeah, see, the bike was really significant, so right, I don't feel I'm with you then, Natalie, sorry. Right, let me see. Just see. Doesn't necessarily mean that I do feel like the person has passed. I've got to say, I do feel like the person's passed, because that's how I feel. This person's very... Right, I think it's Reagan King that can take this. Because I felt this was a male, not a female, that was coming forward. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought 20s, sort of 30s for this. That's okay. He could just look very young for his age. Because I don't necessarily get everything right, but it could just be that he looked very, very young. Right, I'll just put the message out there and I'll just sort of see what this person wants to say. So he makes me aware of that he would have passed. Yeah, this person wouldn't have been old Caroline Thomas. This person was young. He makes me feel like he would have been out on his bike. I feel a lot of depression around this man before he passed, so I don't just feel like it was the... Obviously I feel like the accident took him to spirit, but I just feel there was a lot of mental health around him before he passed, and that he would have been bottling things up before he went into the spirit world. Now he also shows me a watch, so he'd have been in a hurry, I feel, necessarily. So I do feel like he would have been trying... Hang on, let me say that again. I do feel like he would have been in a hurry trying to get something. It could have been shopping, picking up a parcel, going to a mate's house, whatever. Because when I'm seeing that, when he's drawing me to my watch, I just feel like he was in a hurry. Now, he's also gave me the name, so I'll say it either Sandra or Sandy. Feels more of that pronunciation, but if it's something else with the S, I'll just throw that out there as well. And he also says the name... What else the other name? See the name he's saying. It sounds like a Robert. Sounds like Robert, Robbie, or Ron. He's referring to as well. Going to a mate's after a fight with his partner. So, do you mean he fell out, Reagan, with his partner before he went on his bike? Is that what you mean? Just see the other name he's referring to. Right, okay. Just asking him to give me a bit more information. Now, I was referring to a time frame around July, around the 31st of July. So between that time in August, either a birthday or an anniversary between the summertime on the 31st. It's not a name I'd really hear very often, but Chantel or Charlene. And he talks about Spain. Either he visited Spain or a connection around Spain. So the message sort of is that he does talk about drama around his passing, and he does make me feel like there's quite a lot going on, bickering because somebody's not standing their ground. And I just feel there was a lot of depression around this man. That's the names he's sort of giving me, but there could be a significance around somewhere sort of else, that there could be names to come or whoever, if that kind of makes sense. That's all right, don't worry about it, just take what you can. But that's really sort of what the message sort of is. He just wants to sort of make it aware that he is okay, and that he is very much around. And certainly somebody with curly sort of hair, sort of blondish sort of curly hair, but they could have changed their hair colour right enough. But that's just another thing he makes me aware of as well. And Samantha, he just shouted the name Samantha, Sammy, Samantha, that kind of pronunciation as well. And there is a house move coming up for someone around as well. And that try and focus on the positive is what this male wants to say this evening. And I'm going to leave that there, because I don't really know who that was for, because yeah. Right, I'll see where I go now, but now that I've let that man speak, because I really didn't know who that was for. So Leanne Popper or Hooper. You're welcome. Just take obviously what you understand, Reagan, but could be names that's gonna come up in the future. So I've got a man that wishes to communicate with you this evening, Leanne. Do you understand Dad in the spirit world? Because I'm just sort of looking back there on the comments. So I just threw the message out there to the person that's saying there on YouTube. So it was just, the message was out for the whole of the people watching, and you can just take bits that, you know, fitted, if that makes sense. But for you, Leanne, Would you understand he passed in Spain? Because I still keep hearing Spain. Just feel a lot just now around you, Leanne, is that, do you understand a tattoo around the shoulder for somebody, or around the sort of the around the wrist that someone would have? Because he keeps pointing to my shoulder. So did he have a bad shoulder? Suffer that way? And he talks about having a bad back as well. Would this make sense, Leanne? It does, okay. And he just wants to really sort of say, I do feel like there's drama and things that have been going on around yourself as well. Have you recently just hurt your neck, or you've twisted it funny, or someone else? Because it keeps, it's like my neck is just, I just feel a lot of pressure around my neck whenever I sort of, yeah, just. And he talks about a stroke, because that's just how I sort of feel. Someone around him that had a stroke, because I just feel a bit immobiled a bit. My daughter does, right. I just feel for what's coming forward for you is could be yourself and your daughter, is that he's seeing more tears than more kind of, he's seeing more tears in kind of the bubbly laugh is what he's saying, my bubbly laughy sort of girl. And that's just what I feel is quite significant that's coming forward. He just seeing that there's a more sort of tears around just now, Leanne, than kind of you sort of being your usual self, is what Dad's making me aware of. And he also mentions the name John, or Jonathan, Johnny. Definitely a John, or he knew John. Do you understand a dog in the spirit world? And I have to mention Ruby, so whether somebody had an animal called Ruby, or whether Ruby's significant in a way of a piece of jewelry or something like that, but I have to mention Ruby or Reuben. This makes sense, Leanne. You're under a lot of stress, right? He's talking about as well that, would you understand, is it you're just not really, that's all right. The Ruby could be the song, it could be, you know, it could be something else, but because he said Ruby, I have to give that to you. I don't know what that is, but Ruby's just came in, so however way you can understand Ruby, but don't feed me with information. Is to try and see the sort of beauty within yourself. I just feel like he's trying to sort of uplift you quite a bit. Just now, Leanne, I just feel that's why Dad's sort of coming quite strong around yourself. I just kind of, have you recently just been crying? Because that's just how he's making me I just feel very sort of nervous around you just now, Leanne. And would you also understand the name Harper connected somewhere? Harper, Haley, that kind of pronunciation. That's all right. Take the letter H with you, then, Leanne, because he keeps giving me H, so there's a connection with the H somewhere. I can't see who you are, Facebook user, so you need to press the link. But yeah, that's what's coming in, is the initial H and the initial J being very significant, and also D, which I feel is David, that I have to give you, Leanne. And he's also just gave me the name Marcus being significant, or Mark, or Maureen, that you would understand, and also the name Mary. So these names I feel that Dad sort of knew. Don't worry if you can't take them, but take them with you. But I just feel what sort of the message is for you, Leanne, is that he's trying his best to uplift you. And he talks about the month of April being very significant. I can't see who you are, Facebook user. You need to press the link. And I'll leave their love with you. Leanne. Right, I'm going to make this one my last one because, yeah. So did you understand all that message, Jason? Because I don't really know if that lady, the previous lady I read for, understood it. So did you understand Ruby? Did you understand David, Marcus, Mary? Right, so you could take all the answers, maybe with you then, because this can happen. Can happen that Spirit kind of wishes to do that. Maureen is a good friend, okay. So this is my last reading, guys. So Jason's going to be my last one. So I feel, Jason, kind of, because you have quite a lot up in Spirit, I want to acknowledge that you've got quite a lot up there. Is your nan passed in Spirit? Because I keep hearing Margaret as well. Well, she's just talking about she has the dog, Ruby, that your nan is Margaret. Right, okay. So I definitely feel like I was with you then. Because when somebody doesn't answer me back, yes, I understand, to April, yes, I understand. It's hard to know where the connection is. That's why I like to get feedback on what you're saying yes or no to. Well, I just feel like Nan wants to say she has the dog, Ruby. April is important to a few, right? Okay. So can you understand around the 17th, between the 17th and 20th of April? And do you understand somebody playing the guitar? Because she's showing me the guitar. Right, okay. That's fine. So she's with Harper as well. I feel like you were very spiritual, Jason. I actually feel like you are a medium. Would be correct by saying that? So is the number 17 connecting around another month? Because I just feel that 17 is very significant. And she keeps giving me 24 as well. So I feel like that's in April still as well, 24. But it could be in another month. Right, okay, that's fine. I feel like, would you understand someone's not being very honest with you just now, Jason? Because that's just what I feel like she's coming in, what sort of saying that I just feel like there's someone coming in. Right, you could agree with that. Because she's making me feel like that with you, but because this card has quite a lot of yellow on it and blue, obviously blue tells me communication, and blue also tells me that someone is psychic and that they are a medium. But because there's all the yellow in this card, then that would tell me that there needs to be quite a lot of upliftment just now around yourself or someone close to you. Yeah, and you, Bridie. And would you understand you've put events or something like that off just now, or that you're not really putting yourself out there spiritually like you should be? Because that's what she keeps talking about as well. And she's still like playing the guitar or a piano that someone used to play. Right, okay. Well, she talks about things changing around February sort of time. Right, it's a memory from when you used to stay from her. She just wants to sort of give you a lot of love just now and hugs. Just kind of feel like you're needing that. She also mentions the name Rachel or Rebecca somewhere around yourself, or connecting with her. Right, you can take that. And she also mentions somebody's door number. You can take that, right? Somebody has a door number that's like number 7 or number 29, but I feel that's more like a door number. Right, you live at 29. Right, okay, that's fine. Just see what else she wants to say before I close this. I just feel like your nan was very spiritual as well. And you have a crystal ball as well, Jason. You have a crystal ball. I feel like you really need to cleanse your energy. I feel, Jason. I just feel that you need to to you sat next. I just feel like you need to ask for certain things to be sent back for your highest good, and I feel you need to sit with an object the next time you do a meditation, because I feel she's making me feel like that. And you need to try and go for a walk around a sort of woodish sort of area, just to kind of cleanse the mind and the soul. And she would have put on a good Christmas dinner, I feel, your nan. Quite a character, I feel. She would take no prisoners, is what she's telling me. I'll just see if she has anything else to say before I go. Okay, so she yeah, I am Scottish, yeah. She also mentions wee toffee type sweet things, toffee type ones. So she mentions that. And I will give you the number 17 again, but that's going to be significant around your work. So 17, just look out for that. Just remember I said that, because she keeps giving that. So that'll be around 17. That's going to be significant around your work. Don't be nervous, is what she's saying. Just be true to yourself, because you can do it. And it doesn't matter what a certain other, I feel male and female actually with this, thinks of your work, because that's what she's making me feel like around this. And there is a certain church, I feel, that you have to sort of back down from this year as well, because she talks about that there was a certain church certain church, I feel, and there weren't nice people in it, and you didn't go back, because that's what she talks about. It's just what she makes me feel like, and just kind of what she has just given us, this bag of toffees. Yeah, I feel with that, Jason, just what she's telling me is it was for your highest good not to go there. You weren't meant to be there. The door, a whole new door is going to be opening for you in the next 3 to 4 weeks, but you need to let Nan come in to work with you. She's got somebody on her side. I feel a brother vibrations. I feel like an uncle, that'd be somebody past 4th, 5th generation that wants to come in and work with you as a guide, this male, but you need to let him in. But just now you've put the block on, so he can't get in just now, Jason. But I'm going to leave all Nan's with you and these toffee sweet things that she's talking about. So I'll leave all our love with you. Thanks so much for taking all that message, because you could take it all. So the message was obviously meant for you. It does help when people say yes to April, no, I can't understand, because Spirit like to have me working hard. Right. Anyway, on that note, I'm coming off now. If you did enjoy your readings, please could you leave me a wee review on Psychic Medium Cerri MacDonald, just as a wee energy exchange for today. That would be great. And I will see you all next week for my last one before Christmas. Oh, you're very welcome, Jason. Nan's coming in very, very close to you, and she's doing that. I've got you. 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 And the significant, the infinity sign's very significant. She's showing me that. And a dragon. You've got a dragon around you, so that's spiritual protection. And I'll see you all next week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care, and bye for now. Bye.